Hi, it's Phil Lindsay here with Peep Magazine, and we're here at the TKO gym in Kenton, Newcastle, with the co-owner, Mr. Richie Ellison.
That's it. How are you doing, mate? You all right?
I'm not doing too badly.
Having a bit of a catch-up.
Yeah. I used to work with this man many moons ago, and when I used to work. But
that's great to see you, mate. Thanks for coming down.
Well, we've got gyms in the region. You know, obviously, especially on the amateur scene, you hear of gyms sometimes closing down, other ones coming up. But obviously, with the Northeast Boxing's rise over the last few years, there's been more gyms. Obviously, O'Toole's has just opened. You've got the one at Wallsends just opened.
Yeah. Well, it's obviously a booming sport, isn't it?
Demand's there.
Boxing's always been a passion of mine, and I work regularly all across the country in different cities. You know, particularly doing a lot of work in Liverpool, out of the Rotunda. Doing educational programs, how we use boxing to find people employment. Natasha Jonas has worked with us for many years now, and she's been up to the gym, and we work with Tash all over the country. But I was always quite jealous of what the Rotunda had. Great setup, you know, home of champions there. But how
a lot of history,
and the impact they have on the local community. And
that's the thing. It's the chances it gives people, because when you've had a good upbringing, you take things for granted, and you can be judgmental of other people if they go down the wrong path. But not everybody gets the lessons of.
I think people are starting to understand now. I think because of the personalities within the likes of the Olympics and World Champions, which we got, people are starting to sit up and take notice and realise, you know, these people have got really good values. The social circles boxing can actually give you. I know I tell people, if they come into this gym or any boxing gym in your local area, if you're out of work and you really want to work or improve your life, you'll do that through the boxing gym, because, as you know, every boxing gym will tell you, it's like a big family. This particular area in Kenton's one of the most deprived wards in north of the Tyne, if not the most deprived wards in terms of actual unemployment rates and social housing and things like that. We've never had a boxing gym for about 25 years, which is quite a shock when you think about it, you know. So myself and Craig, who own the gym, have been friends since we were about 10 or 11 years old, so probably about 10 years now. Come cracking on that. Add another 20. And we always wanted a boxing gym, and we knew exactly where we wanted to be, but we were patient in terms of finding the right space. We stumbled across this, or it was sorted off at us in September, opened up in the December, and now obviously through the Kenton Amateur Boxing Club side of things, the pro side of things, with Keith's involvement, and not only that, but the things like the classroom. You know, we've got a full 16-seater classroom in here, which has got a full IT suite in, which we've put in. We really want to try and instill the values of boxing, both inside and outside the ring, and getting as many people involved in it as possible. So days like today, where we've had other amateur boxing clubs come in and build relationships, we just want to learn from them as well.
In an open way. It's not underhanded, sneaking around.
No, why should it be? You know what I mean?
Well, that's what the boxing community is. There is that.
Yeah, and I think for us, you know, the way we see things moving is, how many people can we get involved in the sport, whether that be as amateur or pro fighters, or people just wanting to come in and be part of it. And I think what we've quickly found, and one of the goals we had, if you like, is, I coached football for a lot of years, and football has been part of my family for a lot of years. You'll often find that traditionally it'll be the young lads will go off on a Sunday morning, play their football, their dads will go, or they'll be their coach, for example, and the mums and the daughters will get dragged along. And then all it'll be is that the mums and daughters have got to put up with the dads and sons talking about the football. Whereas what we're finding here is we've got a really even split between girls and boys, or males and females, coming in and using the facility, and it makes it that everybody's part of one thing. You know what I mean? So if they're going out for their Sunday dinners, or they're going out on holidays, they can talk about TKO or whatever boxing gym they're involved in as a whole family thing, you know.
I think one of the key things with boxing as well is everybody has a different journey. And it's like, if you're watching TV and you're following the boxing, it's all about world champions, British champions, or whatever. But as I've getting involved more behind the scenes, you find out about, you know, it may be one man's dream because their potential might be to win a Northern Area title or an area title or something along those lines. It might be somebody's dream just to get fit, to get mobile again, to get themselves back in shape, to get themselves mentally, that mental strength. There's so many different aspects.
Of course there is, and it's the transferable skills which are skills for life, isn't it? You know, like the discipline, like the confidence and the motivation.
And the social aspects as well. Because like you say, if you get the mix of boys and girls coming in, and everybody's treated as equal. Sometimes when people are growing up, the boys are frightened to speak to the girls.
It is being treated as equal, and I think for those who are outside the boxing fraternity, if you like, they might have a stereotypical opinion of what it is in the boxing world or in a boxing gym. You know, is it a few battered old bags, and is there a few sort of underhand characters in there? But once you actually give them a facility where they can step in and actually go, actually, you know, this is a really nice place. There's some really nice people running the place, you know, with good values and want to really support people. And the equality thing's a big thing for us, you know. Everybody's treated the same. Yeah. We do classes on a Saturday morning for kids with autism, Asperger's, ADHD, to help build their confidence, but ultimately to try and encourage them to actually start coming through the mainstream classes. Yeah. And we've already started to see that happen. So it's not just about us helping educate the kids with autism and Asperger's, it's about our other members, that because you've got a learning difficulty or such, that they're not different to anybody else, you know what I mean? So you're doing it both sides, you know. So that's really the ethos of the gym, but if in a few years we can get some champions out of it, then that's a massive bonus, isn't it?
Well, they say tough times breed tough people. Yeah. But at the same point, Rome wasn't built in a day. I'm going to come up with all the different throwaway anecdotes. Yeah, but at the same point, it's like with Keith McDonald as head coach, you've got somebody who knows their stuff. He's also got a good eye for a fighter. Yeah. But at the same point, it's like I say, champions could be regional champions, could be English champions. Yeah, could be people's champion. There's different levels of what you're going to have come through, but at least you've got the facilities here and people within the region. I'm sure, obviously, with your background and with your experience from the working point of view, from promotional, people from around the region are going to hear about this place.
Absolutely, and you know, boxing's a short career at the end of the day as a fighter in any way. So it's about trying to, you know, make the most of what you can take into this place moving forward for the rest of your lives, whether that be your job, your family, or whatever, you know. So here's another one for you, building a legacy, isn't it? You know what I mean? So it's just great to finally get it up, back and running in the area, and you know, start building great relationships like the 4 or 5 boxing clubs who've all come down and done a bit of sparring with the lads, getting to know the faces, and likewise us returning the favour and supporting them as well.
So in terms of the amateur, obviously, again, you've had very little time to really get started. What sort of numbers you got coming through at the moment on the amateur side of things?
So we're probably averaging round about 15, 20 coming through of it every evening, you know, so it's not bad. Obviously, when we first opened, the place was rammed, you know, it was a new thing for the area, but then obviously once you're starting to put a bit more focus on the element, the boxing element side of things, you start getting to see who's serious about it or not, you know. And in all fairness to ourselves, there's still a lot of people who don't really know about us here, because we're not shouting about the rooftops, and I think that was one of the key things for us, is that
you've got to control growth, haven't you?
And we're still learning as well. So there's no point of us shouting about how great we are when we're not even at that level. You know, you'll slowly get to that, you know. Tell everybody how great you are when you achieve greatness.
When you're great, exactly. Or let them just see your work and just identify it for themselves.
Yeah, but through the likes of yourselves coming and spending time here today, that's a massive thing for us, because it allows our name to get out there. People coming in. I think the first thing, or the most common thing when people walk through this door, that like, wow, this wasn't what we were expecting at all, you know. So we've got a good core bank of regular people coming through the door, and as I said before, from all walks of life, you know, all races, all religions, but it's a great leveller for everybody in here as well. So.
And again, if people on the outside looking in, they might have been expecting a bit more of a spit and sawdust sort of setup.
Definitely, you know. And we've had some great support from the likes of RDX, who got involved in the gym. They really see the bigger picture about what we're trying to do within the community. in the classroom, etc. So we got some great support from them, and like to the Protector Group with our camera facilities to make sure it's a safe environment for everybody as well. I mean, you can see what they've set up, the camera above the ring and live feedback. So lads, if they've come out of the spa, no sooner can come out of the spa and they're sitting down and watching it back. So great.
Priceless.
Priceless.
Yeah. It still doesn't happen enough. I've been to so many gyms, and yes, you get bits filmed, but almost everything should be filmed, shouldn't it?
Well, we're on in 5 minutes, so you'll be able to.
Well, I'll tell you what, Richie, on that bombshell, I'm going to let you go, but
right, brilliant to see
I'm
you
going to pop back on later in the week,
Yeah.
because the thing is, there's going to be some stories to tell here, but it's early days, so it's all about getting those stories set in motion.
No, I appreciate you coming.
Richie Ellison, TKO Gym.
Thanks very much for coming.
In terms of anybody getting in touch with the gym, how can they get in touch with you?
So the Facebook and Twitter. So Facebook is TKO Boxing and Learning Centre, Newcastle. Twitter is at TKO Newcastle, and also our website for our training side of things and the education side of things is tkoconsultant.co.uk, about all the work we do all around the country, like Natasha Jonas's involvement and the other elements of things we do with different communities. So by all means check them out. The door's always open here. We welcome anybody to pop in, say hello, do a little bit of training and just make more friends, really.
Well, I know this man's background, so this place is going to be a success. Richie Ellison.
Thank you. Take care.
And you chapter, mate. Good man.